Today's book review is entitled LDS Preparedness Manual. Published by the Church of Latter-day Saints, copyright 2011. This book contains a variety of different authors, too many to list. However, some of the topics written in the book has the author's name listed in those specific sections. The LDS Preparedness Manual was written for members of the Church of Latter-day Saints. Throughout the book, you will see religious commentary and Bible scriptures that pertain to the content. Whether you are a member of LDS or you just want to read some great, well-researched information on food storage and preparation, this book is for you. The book does not preach religion, but rather preparedness. It's mainly geared towards preparedness for families, which is difficult to find in most survival/preparedness books on the shelves today. It's not a wilderness survival handbook, but rather a book based on sheltering in place and surviving most any type of disastrous situation. This particular manual is version 5.03, which was published January 1st, 2011. It consists of 222 pages. The book begins with a preface and then a contents section. There are really four main sections in the manual. Section 1 is thinking about getting started. This contains some religious biblical reasons for preparation along with bug-out kits, etc. Section 2 is called food storage. It contains tons of various content, canning, storage, spoilage prevention, dehydrating food, and many other food-related topics. Section 3, temporal preparation. This contains information on heat, light, water, first aid, hygiene, money, security and defense, and so on. Section 4 discusses terrorism, nuclear, biological, and chemical warfare, sheltering in place during a disaster, types of disasters and how to prepare for them, building fallout shelters, and so on. The LDS Preparedness Manual provides the reader with details about planning your food storage based on an average adult male as well as based on an average nuclear family. It discusses what kinds of foods provide the most calories and nutrition, how to store food in a variety of methods, prevent spoilage, master table lists including meal plans for how to rotate out your food storage, recipes for making plain food taste better, and so on. The book contains many lists, including several lists of needed household supplies. It contains a master preparedness list along with a system entitled Purchase Priority System 1 through 3. Purchase Priority 1 is the highest priority and 3 the lowest. If you have a 1, it should be purchased as soon as possible. 2, purchased before most people know what's going on, and 3 should be available later. An example of a 1 priority would be a non-electric washing machine. An example of a 3 priority would be 100 feet of clothesline. The book also covers a lot of unconventional content that you don't often find in most of the mainstream emergency preparedness books. For example, the LDS Manual contains prevention and preparedness information on terrorism, chemical and biological warfare, explosions, pandemics, epidemics, influenza, nuclear fallout and preparation, how to plan for a nuclear disaster and what to do after one, radiation dosage tables, how to turn your basement into a fallout shelter, and so on. There are not a lot of photos in the book, except for the ones related to religion. In most cases, the information in the manual is lists of content or factual information. Therefore, photos aren't a huge requirement. However, there are a few examples which could use some illustration in order to further educate the public on the meaning of the content. A good example of this would be In various locations, the book describes how to make something, such as trench candles, so it'd be helpful to see how this is done versus just reading text about it. Even if you aren't from the Church of Latter-day Saints or Mormon, you can still benefit from the content in this book. However, it does have about 12 pages or more of religious content inside the book in various locations. This may bother some folks in terms of the religious content. You could, however, print the free copy from online and omit those pages of the religious content from your printed copy to resolve this. This manual is a good resource for preparation before a disaster strikes. However, the authors of this manual take into account the fallacy of mankind, and it's written in a manner that shows leniency to those who may need some help during a disaster as well as after one. Whether or not you agree with their theological findings or not, you can still benefit from reading this book and gaining the knowledge to appropriately manage your food stores and disaster preparedness for sheltering in place. Essentials of Home Production and Storage. Copyright 1978 by the Church of Latter-day Saints. The Encyclopedia of Country Living by Carla Emery. Copyright 2008. You can download a free PDF version online of this book or pay for a printed copy. The price you are paying for a printed copy is $8 plus shipping and handling. The author expresses that if you pay more than $8 to someone, they are in breach of the expressed consent to sell this book, because it should only cost the consumer the amount that it would cost LDS to print it. This book is not easy to find online, but it is available at certain locations for around $8. It is also available online in PDF format for free at the following web address. LDS Preparedness Manual received 5 solid stars. This manual was highly engaging and memorable. It was also well written and solidly researched. Secondary resources were cited throughout the book. This book is highly recommended. Check it out. Thanks for watching the Survival Bookshelf, and stay tuned for more.